But like here we got max staff charge, and we got power charges rolling in like crazy right now. So yeah, this is definitely working. This here, game-changing stuff. It really saved just making everything feel smooth and easy. So like yeah, right here. I don't know if it'll work with the breach. I haven't done this in a breach yet. Oh yeah, look at that, full power charges. Hey dudes. So, Lingering Illusion Tech is dead with dodge roll, which is really unfortunate for working for bosses, but on stream today we kind of figured it out. We figured that there had to be a way to get power charges outside of combat, and well, we definitely found a way. So as you can tell, I got Profane Ritual in my bar, and we got these two little skeletons. So first things first, it works great in maps, but you have to do a little bit of boss swapping tech. So for in maps, you just go cast on freeze if you have enough cold damage, but apparently it's not working the best for some people. But you go Profane Ritual, Unleash, Perfusion, and Spell Echo. This allows a bunch of rituals to go out, and every time that you freeze with Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ice cascades out and kills other things without freezing them, you get a bunch of bodies to come back and give you a lot of power charges. It's very, very consistent. However, with some people it wasn't working, so if you have the mana or the spirit for it, you'd use cast on critical. Now, you're probably thinking to use Sniper Mark with it, but it did not work very well. It worked on bosses, but not in the mapping. Everything just died too fast, so we're still using Combat Frenzy. We do not have Resonance. It is not needed. It's actually better without it. And then we just have our normal tech in here for our regular spells and abilities. But when we're going on bosses, to keep it working outside of combat, you need one thing. You need Sacrifice. You take out Grim Feast and you put on Sacrifice, and then this one's a little bit awkward. You need to put your Profane Ritual Jewels back on like this. It kind of sucks, but when you want to go back to mapping, it's just as simple as that to get it to work. Unfortunately, we can't just take out the one jewel, but you know what? We'll figure it out. It's fine. This here works great. So what happens is you need to have an offhand with a minion skill on it. This is definitely not the best skill on there. This is what I had in my inventory. This is very quick. I just wanted to get this out to show you really fast. So what you do, in my case I have a shield so that way I can hold my shield up and not have to hit weapon swap. Then you hit Profane Ritual on these guys. Then you could wait for the cooldown to come back, but you don't need to. You just tap again, and then bring up the shield, and then they come back again, tap again. Oh look, I got big charge, I got big staff, I got basically full charges. You can bring up the shield again, go again, come back out, you're still fighting the boss. It's ridiculously, ridiculously good. And so I'm going to do a breach and show you just how consistent this is. This here, game-changing stuff. It really saved just making everything feel smooth and easy. So like yeah, right here. I don't know if it'll work with the breach. I haven't done this in a breach yet. Oh yeah, look at that, full power charges. We don't need the frenzy charges yet. Don't need it in here, that's why we turned it off. But as you can see, full staff, full power charges. That's how easy it's working, how good it's working. So then yeah, obviously just swap to your bossing stuff the same as you would. But now in this case, instead of having your cast on freeze, you have to put Profane Ritual back on. And then turn on your charges. Also you need to put on Sacrifice over Grim Feast, otherwise it will not work. So you're just going to swap, and then take the charges from your minions, and just keep doing this. You got here full staff already, and your minions are still providing charges. It's a little bit different, but it 100% works. See, like full charges, full staff, and if I had a better given ability, probably work even better. So now you just come back and still it works perfectly fine. I mean, obviously proof of concept, it just gave us furtive wraps, so that's how you know it's the best. This gets you charges out of combat, it gets you charges during mapping. You're not going to have to do the swap every time, just like literally once. You could also not worry about putting cast on freeze on. Oh, I don't know what happened here. Well, that's weird. You don't necessarily even need to have cast on freeze in here, and if you're going through that whole map, you don't even need to have sacrifice on. You'd go through and you might be able to just drop the cast once or twice to get your charges going. It's really not needed to have the cast on if you don't want to have the swap, but it does make it feel better while you're mapping. So that is what I needed to show you guys. This is incredible tech. I'm very proud of this. It's honestly better than the dodge roll because the dodge roll kind of slowed you down a bit, whereas this with the cast on, it's fine. And when you have the minions, that is legitimately only for bossing. You do not need it in mapping, only bossing. Alrighty. Thank you again, dudes. See you later.